BBC journalists who attempted to whitewash Tinubu locked their ex handles as angry Nigerians descend on them. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. BBC journalists who concocted a misleading report in an attempt to whitewash President Bola Tinubu following the release of his records by Chicago State University (CSU) have locked the official X handles as thousands of angry Nigerians descend on them for attempting to turn the truth upside down. A report by the African chapter of the British media on President Bola Tinubu's certificate scandal claimed there is no evidence pointing to the fact that he forged his records. The BBC report titled Bola Tinubu Diploma, No Evidence Nigerian President Forged College Record was published on Wednesday and has caused serious reactions across the country and beyond. Though a counter-report by the Foundation for Investigative Journalism, FIJ, revealed that a British media outlet erred in its report. From the documents made available by CSU, FIJ found that the replacement certificate Tinubu presented to the Independent Electoral Commission (INEC) did not emanate from the university. FIJ came to the conclusion after it compared replacement certificate issued in the 1990s with the one Tinubu submitted to INEC ahead of the 2023 presidential election. Tinubu's certificate has some missing features, including the year 1867, which appeared on every other CSU sample. FIJ also found that a signature on the lower right of the certificate appeared legible in a position that was lower than where the year should have appeared, meaning the signature should have suffered a similar fate if poor photocopying really cropped the year out. Of particular interest was the expression "with honors," which appeared on the certificate Tinubu submitted to INEC. None of the 1990 samples provided by CSU showed those words underneath the course of study, and this suggests that Tinubu's certificate, which was supposedly obtained from the same time frame, did not emanate from the school. In its report, the BBC highlighted the conclusion of a fact-checking organization which claimed that Tinubu's certificate was not forged. However, FIJ found that the conclusion was wrong. The BBC relied on three different Tinubu certificates for its analysis. The original one from 1979, which he claimed in the past was misplaced when he went into exile in the 1990s. The second one that is submitted to INEC, supposedly a replacement diploma from CSU, it is similar to diplomas issued by CSU in the 1990s. Additionally, CSU holds another replacement diploma for Mr. Tinubu that he said is probably from the early 2000s that he never collected. Given the clarification in the above 3 points, FIG asserted that it is clear that Tinubu only obtained a replacement certificate from the CSU in the 1990s. It added that the BBC confirmed this. It turns out that the discrepancy in the appearance of the diploma is down to it having been reissued in the 1990s. However, from the samples provided by the Chicago State University (CSU) in its disposition, certificate issued in the 1990s did not include the expression "with honors." The BBC also clearly stated in its report that any request for new diploma will resemble the current templates at that time, no matter when the student graduated. This rendered BBC verification of Tinubu's 1990 certificate with one issued in the 2000s illogical. Also, the BBC had claimed that the Chicago State University's policy is to issue replacement certificates that match the current template, regardless of when the student graduated. However, this claim was contradicted by the fact that Tinubu's certificate included a signature of the current president of CSU who took office in 2018, which the fact-checking organization said is impossible. The organization hazarded that until CSU provides another certificate from the 1990s which has "with honors," there are only two reasonable explanations for Tinubu's certificate. One is that it did not emanate from the Chicago State University. Two, whoever created the controversial certificate in Tinubu's possession copied the templates of the 2000 without paying attention to time frame variation. This, it said, is clear in one of the signatures on Tinubu's certificate. The signature on the right is that of Z. Wainaka Z, the current president of CSU, who took office in 2018. The president who took office in 2018 could not have signed a certificate supposedly released in the 1990s. More importantly, Westberg admitted in his disposition that the certificate Tinubu submitted to INEC was not from CSU, which FIJ conclusively said added to render the reports by BBC flawed. Meanwhile, after FIJ busted BBC for the misleading report, angry Nigerians on Tuesday descended heavily on the journalists behind it. The journalists identified as Fuzia Tuko and Olaruki Alo, who were dragged and accused of collecting bribe from the powers that be to sway the truth. When Newsband visited the official X handles of the journalists, it was completely locked. Recall that President Bola Tinubu has been in the eye of the storm after he was indicted for forgery. His academic records, which was released to his political opponent, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, by Chicago State University, CSU, after a serious legal face-off, showed that Bola Tinubu, who was admitted into the institution, was a female and not a male. Analysis of the document from Southwest College, which Tinubu used in gaining admission into Chicago State University, appeared to belong to a female. Also, the social security number on the CSU certificate he presented was issued in Virginia in 1976 to a female. The social security number since then has been used by Bola A. Tinubu and Abimbola Adenike Tinubu, a medical doctor in Louisiana, United States. Also, Nigerians are wondering if Abimbola Adenike Tinubu could be the real owner of the Cambridge GSC results in physics, chemistry, and biology, which was part of the academic record for Bola Tinubu released by the Chicago State University, CSU. To further authenticate these revelations, officials from Chicago State University during disposition disowned the certificate Tinubu submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, during the last controversial election. The CSU officials made the denial during the disposition under oath before Judge Nancy Maldonado of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois in Chicago. They did not only disown Tinubu's forged certificate, also the stamp and other items on the certificate were completely disowned. The officials pointedly denied knowing where the Nigerian leader got the certificate from. The details denied by the officials also include the alleged clerical errors for date of birth, gender, social security number, and name on the university's certificate. Now what in Nigeria sabi do be this? Come together and fight. But me, this is what I am saying. All this Tinubu wahala, it is not going to reduce the price of food in the market. See, let us be truthful. Leave Atiku and the people who are taking this man to court to deal with this man. Let us come outside and talk the one way concern us. If you ask me, the energy we are using for this thing, let us channel it and tell these people that, see, we got the chop on a very soon. Because transportation is high, rice is high. Rice is now almost, if not 50 something, it is going to get to 60,000 naira. And we have not entered the real December. This is the issue we are supposed to be talking about, not this one. Whether this thing is forged or not, it does not reduce the price of food in the market. I just say make I remind you now. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.